He suffered a worse fate than death. He suffered loss. Everything that he did, chickens came home to roost. Karma caught up. Like, dude, if you look up karma in the dictionary, there's a picture of Franklin Saint like this. You know, karma caught up to his ass. Had to give a round of applause first. All right. John Singleton, rest in peace to the God. He left behind an amazing body of work. And the last thing he left behind, his legacy, was this masterpiece of a show, Snowfall, which came to an end last night. I got to watch it this morning on Hulu. And man, this is not the finale that I wanted, but it is the finale that I needed. Because nothing that I predicted came to pass. And that's good. That's a good thing where, because I don't like where I can predict everything. I'm like, oh, told you it happened. Told you it was going to happen. Nah. Nothing went down the way I thought it was going to go down. And any other time I would be disappointed. I'm like, damn, I was expecting fireworks. I was expecting an explosive finale. And by the way, I'm going into spoilers here. So if you have not watched the ending of Snowfall, stop this video, come back and let's talk about it. So I was expecting like Scarface, King of New York, New Jack City. And Snowfall did something totally different. Okay? So with those movies I just named, I love all of those movies, but they all kind of ended the same way with the anti-hero dying, you know, tragically or even, you know, climatically, is that even a word? Or just like an explosive ending like Scarface, go out in a hail of bullets, loaded up on cocaine, you know, saying adrenaline fueled. No, this ended like a Greek tragedy. We got to see the downward spiral of Franklin Saint after 5 seasons of just, you know, just bad things that he's done. You know, all the betrayals, the murders, the lives that he's ruined. Like, everything that he did for 5 seasons came back to haunt him in 1 episode. And we see that downward spiral for a whole hour. Now, if I could criticize anything, I feel like this should have been a little longer, because I feel like, especially like the last 20, 30 minutes, they try to say, okay, we have to wrap this up. So, okay, boom. Okay, we're going to go see Mexico real quick. Okay, Gustavo. Okay, we're going to see how Louie's doing. Yeah, she's still hiding from the DEA, but she's living her dream with the horses. So I feel like it did wrap up a little fast, but it doesn't take away from how they really treated the character of Franklin and how he just lost everything. He lost everything and everybody. Somewhat of what Man-Boy predicted before they killed Man-Boy came to pass, because he said it, everybody's going to turn on you. Everybody's going to turn their back on you. You're going to have nothing at the end. And that's exactly what he had. It started with his mom killing Teddy. And after that, his wife, which, you know what, I never really bought her character. There was just always something about her that I didn't trust. Like, damn, what's her angle? You know, even just her facial expressions. Like, she always has like this half smile, but yet worried look, yet suspicious look at the same time. You know what I mean? So I never understood her angle. But yeah, she cleaned his bank account out and dipped. And I did kind of predict that. I did say she was going to screw him in the end. So I guess one of the things I did predict came to pass. But she took all the money and jetted. His mom was the reason why he couldn't get the 72 million. And even Lee, he went to Lee desperate, like, bro, I need some money. And Lee's like, nah, bro, like, Sissy did what she did to protect you. And, you know, she didn't want you to have that. And I'm not going to undo what she did. So Lee refused to give him money. And then from that point on, this character that we've seen season after season get himself out of jams, outsmart everybody, outgangster everybody, always a step ahead of everybody. Just when you think he was behind, he always found a way out of it. This time around, there was no glimmer of hope. There was nothing for Franklin. He had nothing. And the last resort, what really broke the camel's back, his last little bit of, okay, something was Peaches. I have to do it, I'm sorry. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Unless you've seen the Mario movie, you're not going to know what the fuck I'm even talking about. So, Peaches, who stole $5 million from him, like, when your boy first handed him the envelope and was like, yo, I got something for you. And he went to the house and said, Peaches. He's going to see Peaches. Peaches is strung out on drugs, which is what we all kind of, because remember he was like sickly when we last saw him. So it's okay. Is he on that stuff, or does he have AIDS? Like what's going on with Peaches? Oh, he was a basehead and went through all that trouble to crack open the safe. And the guy that cracked open the safe, refresh my remember, but wasn't that Crazy Eight from Breaking Bad? I might be tripping, but I could have sworn I was Crazy Eight. But anyways, cracks open the safe. And a part of me is like, please, let this man have something. Yes, I know Franklin's a piece of shit and he deserves everything that he gets. I understand that. The chickens are coming home to roost. But just a part of me was like, man, let's give the man something. We've been with him for 6 years now. I want to see him at least get something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if it's $1 million, go off somewhere and just, 12,000, 12 G's. That's all he had. That's all he had left. Had to kill Crazy Eight. We had 2 time jumps, one 3 months later, one 2 years later. The 2-year jump is what got me, y'all. So, yo, not to ramble on and on here, because I plan on doing a live stream about this Saturday on Perk Minded's channel. So, I'm going to leave that link later on once it becomes official. We're going to do a whole live stream discussion on season 6. But, yeah, after 2 years, that's what really got me. Like, I'm watching that, y'all. I'm a sensitive nigga, man. I'll admit it. My eyes were shrunk wrapped with tears watching that whole thing because Franklin became Alton. You know what I mean? The same man that he judged for not being a father, for not being in his life, and ridiculed, he became that. Now he has a son in this world that's not going to know him because he's strung out. Damn. The sins of our fathers, right? You know what I mean? And when Lee came back to see him, right? And once I'm like, Lee, once again, you go to Africa, you come back, but, he's out the game. He looks better, doing good for himself, goes to see Franklin. They had that last walk together. And man, it was heartbreaking. This was a heartbreaking episode, y'all. This was one of the episodes where it was heartbreaking. It had me like, by the end I did, when they finally said their goodbyes to each other and they had to go their separate ways, I shed a tear, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I did shed a tear because Franklin suffered a worse fate than Tony Montana and Nino Brown and Frank White and Carlito. Yeah, Carlito was a little bit more tragic. Yeah, because Carlito was actually at the game and Benny Blanco took him out. Spoiler for Carlito's way. But his death was more because even though he's not dead, he is dead because he has nothing. And the last thing that they took was the house that belonged to Sissy. So he lost the house, he lost the money. He lost his wife, doesn't know his son. Everything that he knows is gone. His fam, like Jerome, Louis, everybody is gone. Franklin has nothing. But the last thing he said was that he was free. With that bloodshot eye, he said that I'm free. And him and Leon had that last exchange, and they go their separate ways. And I'm like, wow, like a tear came down. I'm like, this was like a true Greek tragedy that we saw, like a hood Greek tragedy that we saw unfold right in front of our eyes. How this strong character, this character that we know and kind of love to hate and love at the same time, got reduced to this. Like, we seen a man get broken in 1 hour, just totally broken. It was hard to watch, but man, I don't know what people are gonna say about this episode. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be those that say, man, this shit was weak, man. The way season 6 was building up, man, that was it. And I can understand that criticism, and 9 times out of 10, I am that guy where I'm like, man, all the crazy shit that happened in season 6, and it ends like this. But I feel like it's fitting. It's fitting for the show. It's fitting for these characters and for Franklin. He suffered a worse fate than death. He suffered loss. Everything that he did, chickens came home to roost. Karma caught up. Like, dude, if you look up karma in the dictionary, there's a picture of Franklin saying like this. Karma caught up to his ass and kicked his ass. And that's it, and that's all. Snowfall. Shout out to John Singleton once again. I did love that cameo. I caught that shit right away. I said, oh, that's supposed to be John. Boys in the Hood. Yeah. So, where am I at? Yeah, I don't want to lose nobody. So, I thought this finale worked. I can't wait to watch this show again as a whole. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to appreciate it more when it comes to that last episode. Because it's like, wow, after all this shit, it comes to this. So, yeah. Right now, Snowfall is in my Mount Rushmore of favorite shows. I got Breaking Bad. I got The Wire. I got The Sopranos. and Snowfall as of right now. And depends on how Cobra Kai ends. Cobra Kai could be an honorable mention, or it could surpass one of those shows. I don't know, because I'm loving Cobra Kai as well. Totally different show, I know, but look, I just got a soft spot in my heart for the Karate Kid franchise. So, anyways, what did y'all think about the finale? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was anticlimactic? Did you think it was underwhelming? Or did you think that this show ended perfectly because we see the rise and fall of a gangster in 6 seasons, and I think that it wrapped up beautifully. Tragic as it was, I think the show wrapped up the way Snowfall is supposed to wrap up. That's it. That's all. Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.